All right, here we go. And last, but certainly not least, one final shadow, a small one, darkens the threshold of the gates of Mirage.
Waddling forth is Scrumpo, the Svirfneblin gnome from God, what was the name of the ship? The Grinning Gambler, a legendary gigantic ship that crashed off the coast of Dalton shortly after setting sail, which subsequently became a place of miscreants and gamblers and ne'er-do-wells. This is the place that Scrumpo spent most of his youth, and still being a young man himself, was invariably kicked out of the Grinning Gambler, a feat most difficult for reasons that shall not be disclosed yet. And now, moving much like Hank Hill's dad from King of the Hill, he steps forward toward the gate.
As you approach the gates, your let's call it swagger puts the Mirage guards on a little bit more of an alert. She will impede your approach, hold up her hand, and say, "Halt, traveler. Explain yourself."
Explain what?
Why have you come to Mirage?
What do you mean? Why does anyone come to a city?
That is why I asked you. I wish to know.
What are you doing here?
I am a guard. I work here.
Yeah, how long you been here, huh?
All of my life.
You're looking good. Is that your sister over there?
Their hands move to the hilts of their weapons.
Oh, hold on. I was just kidding. That's a joke. May I enter your illustrious city of Mirage, my dear?
They will both squint their eyes towards the strange little gnome man, but they will allow him to pass because technically he hasn't broken any laws.
Waddle, waddle, waddle. Waddle, waddle. Waddle, waddle, waddle.
Because now that you said that Hank Hill's dead, now I see the movement, the way he walks, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
It's perfect.
All right, you take quite a bit of time to get towards the lazy mage as you kind of mosey about wondering where to go. Eventually, the signs will reveal a place to wet your whistle, and considering that you have traveled through the sands are you only wearing a diaper? Is that your canon?
I don't know what the traditional name for it. It's not a diaper. But
you mean the sumo wrestler, like?
Yeah.
Oh, I think. Oh man, what is that?
He's wearing that.
I'm sure Ronnie would know. I'll just wait for him to say something in chat.
Called a fundoshi.
Yeah, fundoshi.
He's wearing a fundoshi, which is a matter of pure coincidence. Rest assured, and it serves no ceremonial purpose whatsoever.
All right.
But yeah, Scrumpo is famished. And also, as an aside, I think we will say that Scrumpo did learn of the dig as a result of living in the Grinning Gambler and perhaps overhearing from other miscreants that something was going down over here. So
that'll work. Let me move you there.
I took a wrong turn.
It's okay, I'll get you there.
I went right on 3rd Avenue instead of 10th.
God, this map is awesome. Look how big it is, dude. Holy shit. All right.
The map is huge.
Eventually, Scrumpo waddles his way towards the front door.
Hey.
And walks inside. All right.
What?
And now I will introduce you guys moving in chronological order inside of the tavern. And if you thought I didn't have an interior, oh baby.
Oh baby.
Yeah.
I would have put them on this map, but in the past when we've tried to do that, it's the assets have become too much to handle, so we've had to separate them just so that people can load these maps.
Makes sense.
So here we go.
So what class is everybody?
Bard. Wizard. Illusionist.
Cleric. I'm a fighter.
Here, I'll point it out. So first let me get you guys in here. All right, in this order: Bard, wizard, fighter, cleric, wizard.
I'm gonna cast some spells.
Yeah.
We're gonna cast a whole lot of them.
Hell yeah.
All right, now we're gonna start with Guy. Guy, as you step through the threshold of the front door, the blinding light outside gives way into a more calm and more dimly lit sort of area. It's a lot easier on your eyes and skin. The fresh smell of food wafts around the inner part of the tavern. The smell of sweet mead and perhaps more elegant wines mixes with tobacco smoke and other substances. Now, while this place is very much packed, not everybody has a token, only important characters do. So I will reveal them at this time.
Oh, shit.
What's the guy doing on the stage?
The man on the stage appears to be performing a battle dance. He is waving his sword around in a very hypnotic fashion and displays great acts of skill. And
Like an
basically,
axe of skill, or a...
no, acts of skill. He's basically performing a dance, and people are watching.
Steal the acts of skill.
Okay.
I sigh deeply from the travels, drop my umbrella to the side, and slump over immediately to the bar.
All right. A strong-willed and chiseled-face woman turns as you approach the bar.
I sit down, and again whisper, "What's good here?"
Greetings, traveler. There are many good things here. We have mead, we have red and white wine. Perhaps you prefer something a bit harder? We have that as well.
Do you have any, I'll like point to my teeth?
Do you need those filed down?
Do you have any blood?
Oh, there it is.
Oh no.
She will blink audibly and will kind of stare at you, unsure why the dulcet tones echoing from your throat seem to change into a magical wavelength. But then she will say, "You seek blood?
Yes.
We do not have blood here."
I see that you have some.
What did you say? I'm sorry, I must have cut out.
I see you. I see you have some. Like
You want my blood?
Yes.
She'll take a dagger out from underneath the bar and stab it into the top of the bar. No.
I mean you no harm.
Perhaps
Give me some of your blood. I'll cast Charm Person on her.
All right.
No.
Oh, we're starting.
Oh no.
Does she?
Oh, no.
Does the Royal Dampier cast count as a spell? Like, does she recognize it?
Well, you're in Maj'Atal, so the likelihood of somebody, even a commoner, knowing what magic is increased drastically here. But let's see. I do have. Let's see if I make the. Okay. Does that beat your DC?
Yes.
You know it does.
As the magic slaps against her face, she will blink. You'll be forgiven for that once.
I'm sorry.
Fuck off.
I can't control it. I'll take some wine.
You will take 2 bottles.
I need. Yes,
You will
I need
take 2 bottles.
Yes.
She'll put the wine on the table and hold out her hand for the money.
I will tip her well.
Okay, how much do you give her?
How much starting gold do we have?
You have none.
Oh dear.
How can I pay you back later?
She will take the wine and put it underneath the bar, and she will then pull out a second dagger.
Do you have any work?
Ah, work. Fine. If you wish for work, speak to the man over there. She will gesture towards a very well-dressed looking nobleman.
Which one?
Dimaero?
Yes. Again, I apologize. I'll come back when I am wealthy and well respected.
Yes, you will. And you will give me money.
And I will... No, I'll leave it at that. Or you could have someone else enter.
Okay. Yeah, bail me out, dude, before it gets Man. All right, the next to enter the tavern is Big Tree. Big Tree, you barely fit in the threshold as you have to duck down with your regal horns. And you find yourself standing in the middle of the tavern with all the smells of meat and ale and drink surrounding you all around. What do you do?
I am starving. I'm gonna slowly walk forward, and do I notice a barkeep of any kind?
This woman seems to be a bartender of some kind. Either that or a pit fighter.
I will head on over. I will mention that I am absolutely famished from my walk here. I need some food. What would you recommend?
Very well.
What's the name of the bartender?
I need a break.
Continue.
I didn't even notice.
I just noticed it.
That's pretty good.
She will say, we have meat, both mutton, we have chicken as well. We have a rice that I have made with curry.
Oh, you made it.
Yes.
I'll go with some of that chicken and some of that rice. That sounds great.
Very well.
I mean, I could honestly eat anything at this point.
Well, you will find that the food at the Lazy Mage is better than probably what you've tasted. We shall like to see what will happen, yes?
Yes.
Very well. Please, find a table and it shall be given to you. She'll hold out a hand for some money.
Here it comes.
I don't have any money either, do I?
No, you don't.
So this is my first time playing an illusionist. Can I try and make fake?
Where are you going with this?
Yes, you can. But may I please remind you that this is Mirage, the capital city of magic. So the likelihood of an individual knowing that you're casting a spell is increased dramatically.
I'm willing to take that gamble.
All right. You conjure some gold and place it within her hand. Let's see if she falls for it. She will smile, nodding. Finally, she will smile, finally being paid, and you are not yet another vagabond to come rolling in off the street. She will pocket the coins and will say, "It will be delivered to you soon. Please find a seat, friend."
Sure. I walk on over and notice that all the seats are... Oh, wait. Need to unsnap to the grid.
Just right-click and snap. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
I will sit here.
All right.
That money will disappear eventually, and she's gonna be really sad.
All right, the next to arrive kind of takes up nearly the entire doorway as he clops into the central chamber. He draws the eyes of many of the individuals within the room.
I'll make sure to sort of like tap off my hooves so I don't track any sand into the bar. That'd be very rude.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll look around and sort of like nod to people that I see. I immediately go over to the bar because I am thirsty.
A mighty thirst. And here, let me
Mighty.
snap you off the grid so you can RP walk. There you go.
Oh. I walk up. Howdy, ma'am.
Hello, traveler. How can I help you? She will eye your rump.
Oh, my. Well, like what you see?
I am not sure.
Yeah, well, let me tell you, I'm thirstier than a sheep wearing a sweater on a cloudless afternoon. So, let me ask, you got any water I could drink? Cause I am parched.
Of course. And she will prepare some water and will put it out onto the table and will offer a hand. expecting to be paid.
This bitch.
Oh, wow.
This is not modern day.
For water.
This is not modern day, guys. You're in a desert.
It's true.
True. No.
I'll she's holding out her hand palm up.
Yes.
I'll take her hand like in my hand and like kiss the palm and be like,
Oh, enchanted. Nice to meet you.
All right. You know what? Make me a persuasion check, mustache.
okay.
Okay.
Let's
Left
see.
click on your token. Go down to where it says skill check. Click that, and then select
Okay.
persuasion.
Left click. Sorry, this is all new to me.
It's all right.
Wait, where's skill check?
All right. If you click on your token, do you see the selection
Yeah.
window? Do you see all the macros?
Yeah, I see. Oh, macros. General? No, wait, base. Oh, wait, here we go. Skill check.
Yeah. There you go. You found it. All right.
Persuasion. Here we go.
Got him.
She will raise a mighty eyebrow and will snap her fingers in a dismissive kind of gesture. We take money here, centaur, not kisses.
I apologize, ma'am. I didn't mean I was that kind of thirsty. I just, I hadn't had water in a long time. I thought you were just, being kind.
She will slowly blink.
Unfortunately, I am a little light on my pocketbook at the moment.
She
but,
will shake with visible rage.
I'll politely push the water back across, like almost agonizingly slowly.
No,
Just like,
she'll push it back, and she will say, "It is bad luck to deny someone water that needs it here. Remember this gesture when you find yourself laden with gold."
You better believe that I will. I'll never forget this gesture. Trust me, Centaur never forgets, especially from somebody as beautiful as you.
he'll sort of like awkwardly, he'll like, like click and wink and like grab the glass of water and just like without breaking eye contact drink the water, like, and like sort of as he's doing it, kind of like
I
like,
need
really
a break.
enjoying it.
Will cross her arms.
And then as he finishes the water in one drink,
Mhm.
he
Nectar of the gods, I tell you what, especially after a hot day like this one out here, am I right? Well, I'll get out of your hair, although I do have one question for you.
Speak.
You know anybody who might, know anything about dreams?
She will stroke her chin a little bit, actually taking your question seriously, and then she will say, you will need a priest of On, or perhaps, and then she'll snap her fingers.
and she'll say,
And
Yeah,
she'll
disconnected.
say...
Damn it. Am I back yet?
yeah, you're back,
perfect
you're back,
timing.
you're back.
And she'll say.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
It happens.
And she'll say...
Anita will then say, well, there is perhaps someone here that can help you. Normally, I would send you to a priest of On, but such an individual is not available. You should seek the green one in the back. He is of the holy proclivity. Perhaps he can help you.
Can you? Does she gesture to anybody in particular?
She does. Follow my arrow. That guy.
Ooh. Okay.
Well, let me tell you, I really appreciate it. I promise, once I hit it big and, my pockets are overflowing with more gold than an entire mine, then I'll be back, and you can best believe I'll pay you back for that water and then some.
Of course.
He'll sort of lower his front horse legs to bow. That's a very polite gesture instead of just bowing at the waist. And he'll sort of clop his way on over back here.
All right. Clippity cloppity. I'm a horseman. Alrighty. And next to arrive is a car. A car. As you enter, your senses are nearly overwhelmed by the array of smells, sounds, and sights. What do you do?
So, Ikar, as a bird, he's not really like great at showing human emotion. So he just does like rough approximations of it, and he always wants to be friendly. So he's trying to smile, but he can't because he has a beak. So
Yeah.
he just sort of like has his beak open, like half an inch.
Like he's
All the
going,
time.
yeah.
Yeah, or like he's going like around
Yeah.
the room.
All right.
So like he's just trying to stay low profile. So he's looking around for anybody in the room that might look like academia.
All right. Well, you do spot one such individual as he's currently reading a spell book.
Okay.
I just realized who it was. I have a guy
Um,
crush on him. Sorry.
I approach the person reading a spell book. I'm looking at. Is there any food or drink in front of him?
There is a small cup of wine, it would seem. Also, you can
Is
move
it-
over to him if you'd like.
Is it empty or full?
It seems to be half full. He does not notice
Okay.
your approach. His nose is deep in his book.
Is there an empty cup on the table?
There is not.
Is there an empty cup anywhere near me?
Yes, on this guy's table.
I turn around to the orcish-looking fellow.
He will smile, quite handsome for an orc, and he'll say, "Hello!"
Pardon me, if you don't mind. Could I borrow this tankard?
But of course, my friend. Please, take it.
I grab it and put it on the table where the person reading a spell book is,
Mhm.
And I cast Create Water to fill it up.
Valen will sense that someone is casting magic and will look up over his book and he will say, "What do you want?" Or if you're talking, I can't hear you.
I noticed your glass was half full and thought you might want for some hydration. The effects of wine can be rather harsh in the desert.
And I slide the cup over to him.
Well, you know what hydration is. And he will take a little drink from it, and then he'll kind of look at it and go, "Oh, it's not very tasty."
Well, it is water.
He'll lean back in his chair, completely distraught at how tasteless the water is.
If you're looking for something with a bit more flavor, perhaps I could interest you in conversation.
Sure, that's what I wanted to do. And he'll snap his book closed and put it on the table.
Ah, don't be too quick, however, young friend. You snap the book closed, but it is exactly that book about which I wish to speak.
That's my spell book. No looksies.
Oh, I don't want to look at it. That would be like looking under one's underpants. That's not what I'm concerned about. It's more of where you might acquire another one. I'm looking for a library or any sort of other place where magical tomes might gather.
Well, there's plenty of libraries here, but between you and me, he'll lean forward a little, like mischievous. He'll say, "They're all ran by simpletons. They don't use the northern decimal system."
The northern decimal system?
Yes, they use the southern decimal system. Ugh. As if I wanted to stare at decimals in the wrong place all day.
Oh, for shame. Well, there's nothing that a bit of education can't fix, isn't there? And I might be able to convince them to do otherwise if you could simply point me in their direction.
Well, I don't know any of them personally, but I do believe that man over there has a private collection, and he at least uses tabs instead of spaces on his parchment.
Oh, he doesn't dog-ear books, does he? Because then I'm not talking to him at all.
Oh no, none of that blasphemy. And he will point at that guy,
Does he point it? Okay.
at that guy over there.
Very good. Enjoy your water, however tasteless it may be. I appreciate your assistance.
Thank you for the conversation, I guess. He'll lean back in his chair and contemplate his nihilistic view of how pointless everything is.
I give him an open mouth smile and settle over this way.
He thinks that you're hot.
The closest approximation a bird can do.
I put him in here for you, Stir.
I love that, man.
All right. Last, but certainly not least, Scrumpo invades the tavern.
The Scrumpo waddles in and looks around, and then immediately goes, "Hey, what's going on, everybody?" And he waddles in.
A couple of people kind of look at you weird.
What's going on?
Your
It's
loud
good to see
greeting.
everybody.
Your loud greeting attracts the attention of this man, who approaches you. Well met, friend.
Hey, what's going on?
I'm having quite the day. So many new travelers in order to meet. And and a gnome, no less. Hail to you, friend. I am Holy Torg. And he will offer a big, meaty orc hand.
Wait, you have holy in your name?
Yes, it was given to me by my order.
Oh, so you're like a paladin or something?
That is correct. I am a paladin of Veyron.
I'd shake your hand, but it might burst into flames.
Oh, fear not, my good friend, for I walk the path of the Redeemer. And he will hug Scrumpo.
Oh, God.
And he will lightly tap your back. As you see, friend, there is no evil or stain of sin that cannot be removed by good conversation.
I have to admit, you're the nicest orc I've ever met, but you still... You know what? My name's Scrumpo. It's good to meet you, man.
Scrumpo! That is quite the name. I shall remember it.
My father's name was Scrumpo, and my grandfather's name was also Scrumpo.
Ah, it is an inheritance. Well
Indeed.
done. You have done well to uphold the names of your forefathers. Tell me, dear gnome, what brings you to Mirage?
Are you a part of any sort of local law enforcement or anything of the sort, or are you just sort of traveling yourself?
Well, I do uphold law and good wherever I go, but if I'm honest, I think these mage types are a bit, pardon for my foul language, but assholish.
Oh.
I'm a wizard, you know that, right? I mean, you probably can't tell because my spell
Are
book's
you?
in my...
I thought you were a wrestler.
Well, it's awfully kind of you to
Or a
assume
homeless
such a thing of
person.
me. What do you mean, homeless?
Well, he'll look you up and down a couple of times.
Redeem yourself in this conversation right now, mister.
Well, you aren't wearing much clothing.
Fair. You know, but think about it this way. You're in plate, and I am in the ceremonial garb of my family.
Oh
while
my
traversing the
goodness.
desert.
1,000 apologies. I did not mean to insinuate an insult of any kind.
I'm just saying, who made out better here? You're probably sweating even now in that plate, whereas I have pristine, sun-kissed skin.
You know, you make a fine point. And the slight, oily, greasy sweat that covers your body certainly accentuates your features.
I can't help it. Hey, listen, where's the bartender?
Ah, yes, you seek refreshment, no doubt. Come with me, I will take you there.
Hey, thanks. Waddle, 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 waddle.
Greetings, Ainita. Hello, Torg.
Hey,
This is my good new friend, Scrumpo.
The name's Scrumpo.
Fourth?
He
Fifth?
hops up. No, the 17th. It doesn't matter.
Oh.
And he hops up onto the bar stool, and
Okay.
then leans on it with an elbow, like one elbow, and his other hand's on his hip, and he goes to to Ainita. Hey, how's it going?
Greetings. Are you here for a drink?
I am here for information. As it happens, I am a prolific tavern/pub goer, and I know that the bartender always has information.
Well, you're right about that. But not such information is free, little one.
Oh.
Now he'll lean in. Surely there's no need for that. He has only just arrived. Please, it is my obligation to see this weary traveler fed.
He's gonna buy me. Hold on, before you buy me a meal, listen. I can handle this, all right? And then
Oh, of course. My apologies.
He looks at the bartender and then winks, and then stops leaning on the bar top, and then because he's standing on the bar stool, he begins to rhythmically hip thrust. He's like, he says, "Yeah, I think I see where this is going. When do you think you're gonna,
What are you doing?
What do you mean? What am I doing? I'm just wondering when you're gonna take a break, and then maybe we can sort this out.
I don't need a break.
Okay, well, perhaps you might change your mind if you see this." And then he jumps and does a 180, and then reverse hip thrust, and then does another 180, and then continues dancing. Hey, listen, I'm here for the dig.
He's
I was just wondering if you knew anything
performing!
special about
My
it.
goodness, he's giving the sword saint a run for his money. God damn it! Fucking God! Hello, am I back?
Hey.
Hello?
Yeah, you're back.
All right, I'm
You'll
sorry.
get full details again about the hip thrusting.
All right.
Okay, so
I heard it all, and he'll say, "My word, he's performing. He's going to give the sword saint a run for his money. Oh, please, Ainida, let him perform." Very well.
yes, and then for the next minute he just improvised hip thrust / dances on the stool, and then occasionally hops between stools, and then he does the classic showbiz, throws his arms wide and waggles his hands in the air. Hey.
Holy Torg will give you a rambunctious, just round of applause. He's really into it.
Thank you. I think that deserves a drink, don't you say?
Fine, and she will pour you a shot of whiskey.
Yeah. He takes the shot of whiskey like a champ, slams it back on the bar top, and goes, "All right, so about that information, where's the dig happening? Come on, let me in."
You are here for the dig. Very well.
Yes.
Speak to that man, and she will point to the noble in the back.
Ah, crap. I saw that guy when I was coming in. He looks like a stiff.
He's not as bad as he looks.
All right, fine. I'll take your word for it. Hey, listen, lady, you're not so bad. Maybe I'll, stop back by when I'm rich. Maybe you and I can go out on a date.
I like dates. It is a fine fruit.
That's right. No, that's not what I meant. It doesn't matter. And then he hops down. Hey, Torg, listen, I'll see you around, all right?
Yes, of course, new friend. Be safe, Scrub the 17th.
He's already waddling away.
Oh, very well. What a fine fellow he is. Ainida, have I told you about my new friend Scrub? Okay. So you travel over to this table. This is where all a bunch of important stuff will happen. So let's try to get everyone else there.